that the office has, in the last 6 months, made a lot of lean improvements to help our work be expedited. One of the things that we've started to do now is that we have been able to fax directly from our workstations, which means less trips to the fax machine. I actually have a setup with a couple of my major accounts where I receive the faxes in, or we can email them to whoever they need to go to. We've also made it easier for us that we have our own printing system here. We can print, scan directly from our work areas. We don't have to get up as well. We used to have to file all of our quotes or pull quotes for new jobs. We've done that at every work area. We've created our own file system for quotes that we're able to handle. And then also we have gone away from printing out our orders and having to do confirmations via loose paperwork. Now when we receive the confirmations via the email, we're able to just copy those right into attach them to the Moreware project file itself once we've confirmed the material. And this is a neat way because now, for example, all the Hartson Kennedy work orders, if there's a discrepancy, materials received damage, whoever's checking in the skid can pull up, open up Moreware, open up the purchase order. They can see how that slab is supposed to be utilized and determine if it's something we have to request credit for, or we can use it. So that's really beneficial.
Looks like we started attaching pictures.
We've also been able to take anything with job issues. If contractors, dealers send us pictures, we attach them to the order as well. And then if we go on the inspections, we're attaching those there for future references as well.
So is it easy to open one of those?
Yes. And there you go.
So we got the installer's picture attached to Moreware. Very good. Thank you, buddy. You're on.
Alright, so a while back I started doing a daily checklist with some things that I was forgetting that were affecting Kathy initially. So I put a list together. It grew from 3 or 4 things into a full page of issues. So I go through this list every day, once a day, make sure everything's in order. There's nothing hanging out there that's going to cause a hiccup downstream for anyone else in the company. It's worked good for me to stay organized and just to stay on top of my game and not miss anything. So that's the main thing I've been working on lately. I got the idea from working on my checklist.
You see, idea.
Yeah, I had a great idea. The checklist was making me think about other things I could measure and capture and somehow check up on it. So I had the thought of creating a job view that was called follow-up. And so we did that. And as you can see, I can create a job view, assign it to myself, and then I can put notes in here. And it basically tells me, so if there's an issue going on, I can look at it and see what's been done, what hasn't been done, the status of it, if it's still underway or if it's completed. So
Very
that's
good.
helped me a lot, and I've added that onto my checklist as well.
Awesome. Thanks. All right. This is our new measure run sheet. We realized we were missing picking up the down payment. It was as simple as marking this column to show up on the run sheet, and now we're visibly can see the dollar amount before we get to the job site, which jobs are COD, which ones have a payment due, as well as eliminated the account managers having to print the COD forms. We batched it to this is the measure and install calendar. When you right click on this, it says printable view, and we can click on the COD refurb tickets, or we can click on the packing slips. Once we do that, everything that's on that view auto batch prints the CODs, the packing slips, etc. So now we've kind of tied all this back into our process map. We started this probably 6 months ago, just looking at all the steps involved with processing an order. Right off the bat, we eliminated I think this was the looking up adhesive. Morgan had a good idea to get that into the color table. Recently, we've eliminated pulling quotes from files. We used to have to get up and track this thing down. Now it's right at our desk. And now, the latest is to eliminate the COD printing. So we're cutting steps out of our process stream. That's lean. All right, this is my office. And Morgan had a great idea, which was to create some type of cover sheet to replace the complaint resolution form we used to use. So now we've got a whole bunch of steps that we can map out for each job issue. This is a customer that needs called back by a certain time or some type of resolution put in place. And what I did is I just started hanging them on clipboards so they're real visible for me, and I make sure I get them moved through each day. This is a improvement that the shop helped me with. We've got customer pickups now on the door to the office. So when the shop finishes a job, they're going to walk it up here, dump it in the tray, then we'll pick it up as we're coming through, and we can get the customer called. What was happening before, the shop would bring them up here. They ended up on the tray right here, and nobody had called the customer, and they'd sit here for 2 weeks. So now we know as soon as it gets done, we got to call the customer, and to make sure, call on customer pickups once a day. So Morgan's got it documented there. Good job.